Welcome to a short ramblings with Mr. Floyd here. We're driving, as it looks here, we're in the, this is the Rocky Mountains here. We're driving up a bit and we'll see how you guys are doing and how's your weekend. And as you can see here, we are wheeling into the mountains. We're not going to go too deep here. As it starts to climb here, you're going to see the things are going to change rapidly, and I am going to want to turn around. So, because we're going to run into snow and the like. But for the moment, we are a-okay to keep going here. It's a gradual shift, and you don't need snow tires or anything at the moment. But eventually, you could get to a spot where it's getting a little, yeah. All right, so how's your universe? How's your weekend? Just checking in with everybody as we got Krista in a little bit here and just taking a drive on the way home. So just wanted to see how everybody is doing and see how your weekend's going and yeah, see what's what with you guys. And talk a little bit today about worthiness, right? And talk about seeing how are you worthy, and do you see your universe as worthy? Do you see worthiness within your universe? That's really the question. A lot of us don't see worthiness, or we don't feel that we're worthy, but we know what we want, but we don't feel that we're worthy to achieve that, right? Or to have that. So we don't end up achieving that. We don't end up having that in our universe. When we feel that we are deserving, it's amazing what happens when we do feel that we are deserving of these things and we let go. It's amazing how these things come into our universe. All right, we're going to make a left here. We're not going to go too far in because it can get a little hairy with it's still winter time, and the higher up you go, the more snow you're going to see. And we haven't shifted in temperature yet. We haven't really climbed in elevation much. But, all right, so let's see here after this Nissan and favor to them. All right, there we go. All right, so now we're headed in a little bit. Eventually, what I'll do is ride this out for a while and then make a U-turn and drive myself back home. But, all right, so yeah, this is actually going to take us out towards Carter Lake, if you're familiar where that is. We're out near Berthoud, Colorado, and you even may see some signs here. Bureau of Recreation. We're going to go straight, though. This will take us back towards home-ish area. At least it should, if I'm correct in my navigational skills here. But, so yeah, I want to talk about worthiness. And do you feel worthy? I drive through here, and it just blows my mind where I ended up living and where I chose to live. When I moved to Denver, I didn't know where I was going to end up. And I said, maybe in a year and a half. And I guess I was reading my own Akashic, I guess. It's I'm going to move to Longmont, Colorado area, right? And so that's where I am. And so a year and a half later, within like 3 days almost, 2 days, I moved to Longmont, Colorado. And Longmont, Colorado is a town that sits at the base of the Rocky Mountains. And yeah, it's a stunning place to be. And when I walk out of my apartment, and I'll show you one day, you can see Long's Peak. So I'll do there's Long's Peak sort of deal, and show you what I can see. Right now we're headed back towards that way, but we're pretty far south, or north I should say, at the moment. We're about 20 minutes north of my apartment, but we got to start making our way back for Krista. But so the question is, can you find yourself as worthy to have what you want in your universe? A lot of us do not feel that we're worthy, so we do not get what we want. We feel that it's for other people, or we don't even know how to get what we want. So that's even a part of it, is we throw up our hands going, this is what I want, but I don't know how to get there. And a lot of us, it's a matter of stepping into our higher self, seeing where we need to be, and then trusting and slowing down and trusting as well. Taking those little steps. But do we take those steps, or do we sit in distrust of ourselves and our universe, or do we sit in lack or unworthiness about what we want, not having it, right? I'm not worthy of that, or whatever it might be for you. But as the traumas, as you peel away your traumas, and it gets clearer and clearer, and I tell you, as you step into those energies, the newer energies, as they come into your frame, and you get clearer and clearer, and things just kind of come into more focus. All of that drops away. All of the lack mentality drops away. It's not to say that if you're not close to needing to pay a bill, that a little fear may not creep in, but generally, if we all look at our universes, most of us can look back and say that, generally speaking, if you're on the light worker path, you are pretty well been taken care of. If you can see that in your universe, hopefully you can, because most of us have been generally pretty well taken care of by the universe, right? You know, whether or not you're exactly where you want to be. Do you have food in the fridge? Do you have, someone you can call? Do you have a roof over your head? Most of us can say yes to at least two or three of those things, right? All of us probably have access to some sort of clean water and shower and what have you. So when you can ground into that and then have trust that, all right, I'm here. The universe has my back. This should be pretty stunning here. The universe has my back. And if you can really trust that and let go, it's pretty amazing that you can learn how to fly, so to speak. And it's about getting into that higher self and really climbing into that into the energies of your universe, right? You're in your own toroidal field, so it's about grabbing that toroidal field and either being in control of your energetic field, right? Your universe, or does your universe control you? Are you controlled by the events that happen in your universe? Are you controlled by the situations of your universe? What controls you or what doesn't control you? We just passed Homer Road. Dope! But yeah, so think about those things as you go throughout your day. Are you controlling the situation, or are you letting the situation control you? We talk about being the observer, right? And watching the political show or whatnot, and just literally standing there watching it, like eating popcorn and just like, this is interesting, with no effect, right? And you know that, like that movie character just standing there in the middle of a tornado and just like eating nothing. Yep, this is cool. Right. And so if you can be that, and that's what it's really, as far as the rest of the universe goes, as far as everything, if you can find that within yourself there, that's really what it's all about in a lot of ways. But see yourself as that highest light. You are source. You are the source of your toroidal field based on your energetics. And so you're the one that sources your universe based on your energies, or lack thereof. If you don't put any energy behind it, then the universe does that for you. And it's really up to you at that point. But you have the choice, and you make that choice for yourself or not, what you want in your universe. And so you're the energy, and then it's all created based on what you put out there, what vibrates off of you, right? And so if you can see that, and if you can really see what I'm looking at, because the camera won't pick any of this up, but there's a bowl out there. It's kind of mountain bowl where you can see these mountains forming a bowl, and there's cuts and nooks and these crannies here in the mountains where you can see back into a layer or three that are just stunning. If and when I get a decent cam, like a 35mm video camcorder, digital sort of thing, I'll be able to get in there and get much better shots than my cell phone can even conceivably pick up. But nonetheless, as we head back towards my apartment, just realize that whatever you're vibrating there, as you're the energetic source, as the spark of the spark that creates what you're seeing in your life. So as that source, what are you sourcing into your universe, or what are you not? That's the question that you have to answer. Are you sourcing love? Then be love. Allow for love, which just mirrors. All love is just a mirror. However much love you have for yourself will mirror back to you in your universe. And so if you love yourself, unconditionally, that means not judging yourself for things you do, then you will see unconditional love in your universe. And if you were sitting in my car right now, you won't see it here. I can try to zoom in, but I highly doubt it would show up. It sort of does if you want to look. If you zoom in the picture even further, see that hump way down there on the left at about in the middle of the picture, at about on the left side of the screen? That hump is Pikes Peak, y'all. You all. There you go. Everybody. Right. That's Pikes Peak, and Pikes Peak. I'm trying to hold the phone and do this at the same time. So Pikes Peak is, there we go. Let's unzoom first. There we go. So Pikes Peak is about 120 miles away, 130 miles away. So yeah, what you just saw there. So rewind, and it's like 10 minutes and 30 seconds in. There you go. If you rewind the phone or the video, you can see Pikes Peak. So that's literally looking from the top of Colorado, where I am, to the bottom of Colorado, where Pikes Peak lies. So yeah, how crazy is that? We're gonna go straight here and see where this takes us. But once we end the video here, I will jump into the GPS and zap myself home here. But yeah, so from your end, guys, can you see that far down your universe, into your universe? But no, really though, much love, much favor. Remember, everything that you do, guys, creates your loving, living universe. When I say that, it's truly the case. If you sit in negativity, then you don't see what you want. If you sit in love, you get what you want. These things are, it's just literally, you're that spark, and whatever you vibrate shows up. It's pretty, it's hard though, because you have to realize that what you're vibrating is what you're creating, and you have to get all the filters, take away all the filters, which is all the traumas and the dramas and whatnot, clearing yourself to get to where you can vibrate up what you want. It's kind of a tricky deal, but once you can figure that out, then that's really where you clear it, right? When you can clear all of that. And we're gonna go this way. And now we're headed home. All right, so we just made a circle. This is like exactly what we would have wanted to do. So this is amazing. Again, trusting your universe. This entire drive was a circle, and I didn't even realize it. This is exactly the way I would want to go if I was going home. So, as a matter of fact, there's the church. I just to my right, that the Mormon. That was the. No, that's not the Mormon church. That's the ones that come knocking on your door. Not the Mormons, but the other ones. Anyways, the ones with no windows. I forget what they're. But anyways, yeah. So this is perfect. I'll be home in like 5 minutes. So yeah. So from your end, guys, I'm gonna end this here. But can you see in your universe where you're just sitting there, right? And everything's vibrating off of you, if you want to think of it that way. That's why they say meditation, because it puts you in the perfect vibration. Nothing's perfect, but it puts you in a higher vibrational state, and a much slower inside state. So you're able, like a tuning fork, right? So you're tuning yourself into the universe when you're in meditation, or even when you're just driving with the windows down or what have you. Whenever you're centered, right? Maybe you're just doing the dishes, or taking a walk, or petting the dog, whatever it might be for you that centers you. That brings you into space. But either way, from your end, slow down for a second and just take a sit, have a seat, and see for yourself your vibration. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? Most of everything in your universe that you've created is going to be based off of what you feel, truly what you are feeling inside yourself, feeling about yourself, and vibrating into or out of your frame. Just remember, as much as you attract, you can also repel with fear, lack, hate, anger, frustration, whatever it might be. You can also repel those things just as well. And so you are the one that truly creates or doesn't create your universe. So if you just start attracting, seeing it in abundance, relaxing into it. A lot of us are in this like a higher cortisol anxiety state. But if we just relax into our universes, then it can be pretty awesome. But you have to let go. even for me, it's not every day that I'm able to totally let go. It's days like right now I'm free, right? But some days I'm not, and some days I can feel the collective. I can feel anxieties about things in my universe that I'm working on, because there's less trust, right? As long as there's an overall vibration of trust, Source gives you wiggle room. The universe gives you wiggle room. They understand. It's not easy, right? You're walking on this toroidal field. You have no instruction manual. This isn't like The Greatest American Hero where he lost his book. Instruction manual for the super suit, right? We have no book unless you really want to, like Dr. Spock. Really, we have no instruction manual. So per se. So you have to instruct it within yourself. You have to find all this within yourself, right? Now there's guides and things you can learn, and you can listen to all the teachers you want, but it still has to come from within inside yourself. No teacher can lay it upon you. You have to bring it forth from you. And so as you do that within yourself and the layers start to peel away, you start to see things in a whole different manner. You start to feel this universe in a different manner. And I know that you guys are feeling that right now. And every day that you wake up isn't going to feel the best, and then it may feel the best, which is what's crazy. It's like tomorrow you may wake up and have a preview energy where, all right, this is going to be your next highest vibrational space, right? This is where you can vibrate up to. But in order to get up to that, you have to work there. But we're going to give you 3 days of this super high vibration, right? It's like sometimes they used to release, or they'll release a movie for free for 48 hours and then put it in the theaters. They used to do that back in the day. I don't know if they still do. But, so yeah, kind of like that, right? Like, here's your new high vibration. Enjoy it. Poof. And then it's gone. And then, so you went from your highest day ever. Like, wow, this is amazing. And to what made me feel like your lowest day ever. You might even feel like you went five or 6 years backwards for a minute, right? Like, wow, I'm in my old vibration again. What happens is you have to build yourself back up. But they're saying this is where your new high vibration is. And now reset, start over. Okay, get to it. You now climb yourself into it by finding it your source, right? So climb yourself into it. But yeah, so from your end, where are you? Are you in that higher vibration? Are you climbing back up to it? Did you have that experience yet? And if not, get ready, because it is going to happen, where you'll find that it's like a minor Kundalini style awakening. Oh my gosh. And this is as clear as I've ever seen it, guys. I'm going to give you a zoom here. That hump right behind the tree there. The hump in front of you is the beginning of Pikes Peak. Again, that's 120 miles away, but I love you. Yeah, living in the mountains is quite an interesting, or on the mountain, in front of the mountain, quite interesting. If I get a clear shot again, when I get to a straightaway, I'll zoom in. But that tells you it's been a really clear day, except for that line right there. We're not going to discuss that straight line of clouds, but I love you, right? And they love you too. So cough, cough, fizz, fizz. Yeah, don't breathe, right, man? But there you go. Holy cow, that's as clear as I've ever seen Pikes Peak. All right, let me zoom in, and then let me spin it. There it is. Spin it to win it. There it is. Pikes Peak, right there to your left, towards the top of the screen. That would be in. So Pikes Peak, just to give you an idea, is in south, very south. It's not Fort Collins, but Colorado Springs. Thank you. It's in Colorado Springs, which is over 100 miles from my home. But it's so big that I can see it. It's clear, almost as clear as day sometimes. This is as clear as I've ever seen. 100 miles away. So, yeah, favor. Wow. All right. So, yeah. So, guys, much love and favor. Remember, you're like the light bulb, right? We're not even the light. You're the lamp. What kind of bulb do you want to vibrate, right? Do you want to be a 100-watt bulb and be all bright and cheery? Or do you want to, we're talking incandescent. I don't see any LED bulb as bright and cheery, but nonetheless. Or do you want to be a 40-watt bulb? Or, you have the choice what wattage you want to vibrate, right? And you have the choice as to how you see or don't see or allow your universe. I love you all. I will see you all. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. We go live Monday through Friday at 10:33 a.m. Eastern, 7:33 a.m. Pacific, with Good Dawning with Mr. Floyd and family, where I channel Archangel Raphael, Saint Germain, Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, White Buffalo Calf Woman, and soon maybe even Archangel Michael. I love you all. Stay awesome. Everybody, you're just a mirror of each other. Remember that. And of course, remember, you create your loving, living universe. Vibrate up, bring in the light, release the darkness from your body, let the cells spread out, and be the amazing soul that you are. Stay awesome. See you in the next.